Today we'll look at how to create Instagram ads from start to finish. Let's begin. Hey, you time it. If we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Question of the day, are you running Instagram ads? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, before we launch our Instagram campaign, first, let's look at some elements that are gonna help you be much more successful on Instagram. First, avoid using the same images that you use on your Facebook ads. Adjust them to Instagram. They're different. There's Instagram feed, there's Instagram Explore, and there's also Instagram Stories. And they all have different dimensions. So be sure you understand the different dimensions you need on each Instagram placement that you run your ad on. If you need help, go to canva.com. It's going to have all of the dimensions that you need. And not only that, Canva helps you with templates. So not only do you get the dimensions, but you get templates to build from. And the second key element when running Instagram ads is that short ad copy tends to work better. And you'll see that today. All right, before we launch our Instagram campaign, I wanted to show you a bit about the demographic breakdown when it comes to Instagram. We see here that 60% of the users are over 25 years of age. That is a ton of people, as you can see by the breakdown here. And how we get to 60 is by adding these together, showing you how they break down demographic wise. So I know that there's a common misconception that Instagram is only for younger folks. I think now it's becoming less prevalent. Now it's the TikTok users are the youngins, if you will. But as you see here, Instagram is a great opportunity that we can't ignore any longer. So I just wanted to share that with you before we go into creating the campaign. So now we're here at the Ads Manager. If this looks familiar to you, that means that you've run Instagram ads in the past, or you've run Facebook ads in the past, as Facebook owns Instagram, which gives Instagram users and advertisers the same platform that Facebook has, i.e. the Ads Manager. So all of your ads that are running on Instagram are not created on Instagram per se, they're created over here at the Ads Manager. All right, for this particular campaign, I'm going to walk you through this on how to create an Instagram ad. So we're not going to go through the special ad category. For those of you that are running housing ads or credit ads or employment ads, you might be a bit frustrated because a lot of the capabilities when it comes to targeting are not going to be available to you, at least the ones that you're about to see here, because we're not going to highlight that we're running a housing ad. Just want to show you and illustrate how to launch your Instagram campaign. Understand that a lot of the principles are still the same even if you do select housing. However, we're not going to do that for this particular walkthrough. All right, when it comes to the marketing objective, we're going to click here and see the differences between the awareness, consideration, and conversion columns. Awareness, objectives that generate interest in your product or service. That's this column over here. The consideration, you see most of the campaign objectives reside here. Objectives that get people to start thinking about your business and look for more information. So taking consideration, being a bit more intentional, evoking action. And then here in the conversion, objectives that encourage people interested in your business to purchase or use your product or service. So a little bit more intentionality than these stages right here. Just as this suggests, we're first generating interest and then getting people thinking about your business. And then we have encouraged people interested in your business to purchase or use your product. For our purposes, we're going to go with the traffic campaign. Not going to be, we're not going to worry about the campaign name. You can name it anything that you want. So we're going to keep going. All right, so we're going to leave that as is. What's most important is going to be towards the bottom of this page. This is the ad set. The ad set right over here means the targeting that you're using. Up here, you selected your objective, the type of campaign that you're going to run, And then down here, this isn't the screen, but when we click to continue, it's the ad copy, what the public sees, the images, the words, the text, anything that you're writing to the front-facing public. All right, so let's continue. Since this is a traffic campaign, we're going to go with the website selected. Choose where you want to drive traffic. You'll enter more details about the destination later. So the traffic campaign is very versatile, as you can drive traffic basically to any URL that's legal that you want to drive traffic to, so that you want to raise awareness to and consideration for. Dynamic creative, it's a form of split testing. We're not going to be doing that today. And then offer, drive more conversions by creating an offer people can save and get reminders about. So an offer is something unique that is not your typical offering. That's why it's an offer, it's a promotion, it's something to incentivize people to take action. And when we come to the audience, this is really the part where the people that run ads, when it comes to the special ad category, housing, employment, and credit ads, this is where you're going to be most frustrated, because you don't have these options for the most part. As you can see here, since we didn't highlight that we're running a special ad category, we can select a saved audience, we can select a custom audience, and we can select a lookalike audience. If we would have selected a special ad campaign or a special ad category housing ad, as an example, we would not have an option to use a saved audience, and we would have to use a special ad audience rather than a lookalike audience. The custom audience still exists. So when it comes to locations, you can select people who live in this location, or if you're in, as an example, if you're interested on people that are recently in a location or traveling to your location, depending on the type of business that you're using or you can select what's most important to you. Typically, people go with people who live in this location, as the geography of the location that you select, that's typically where you want to advertise. So for our example today, we're going to go with Dallas. And you see here is another big difference between the special ad category and here. You can go down to a radius of 10 miles, but you can also drop a pin and get closer. So here you see you can exclude people in this location. You can drop another pin, and I was mentioning earlier, you can get closer. You can drop it down to a mile radius. Up here you can go down to a mile radius and just get a lot more targeted. So as an example, if you want to really drill down into a neighborhood, you can by toggling this switch right here and excluding those people, and then just drawing a barrier around a specific location that you want to target. So if something is very neighborhood specific, you do have that capability. Again, and I'm going to say this probably 5 more times, this is something that if you're running an ad that belongs in the special ad category, this isn't going to work for you, because there you start off with 15 miles as a minimum radius, and you don't have the option of dropping pins. Here you do. And here you also have the option of selecting ages. So in the special ad category, you can't do this, and you can't select differentiate between genders or anything like that. For our purposes, we're going to continue going and not worry about that. Just understand that you do have those options right there. And when it comes to targeting, this is the last of the major changes when it comes to the special ad category. Here, you can use demographics, but in the special ad category, you can't. You can't use demographics like in places of employment, the income, ages, things of that nature. Well, ages is demographics up here as well, but basically the same thing. So you can target based off of employment, and we can browse. So you see demographics, you can target based off of education, financial, income. So you see that type of information. You can see how people that are running housing ads, as an example, that would be super beneficial when it comes to housing. You see life events, parents, if their parents are not parents, and if they have children, what ages they have, what ages their children are, relationship status. So if you're selling, let's say, bouquets of roses or something to that effect, that would be very beneficial. And then interest. A good amount of the interest did survive the change into the special ad category. So the interest you will see here, but there are some restrictions when it comes to that. And then behaviors, you see a good amount of information. So you can get down to the politics part. So that's pretty cool. All right, and we're going to continue going. Connections, people who like your page. So if you have a business page that has a good amount of traction already, meaning people that like your page and are engaging with your page, then you can have you can exclude these people. You can keep these people that are already fans of yours or already engaged with your content as a business. And the important part that makes this an Instagram ad is right here. This is what we're leading up to, the placements. If we would have kept the automatic placements on, which is their recommended, which I don't recommend, but this is the recommended in general, you would be targeting all of these places. You would be targeting in Facebook, in Instagram, in Messenger, Audience Network, and I'm going to scroll down so you see all the options that you would be targeting. In my experience, if you leave it on an automatic placements, it's going to be very expensive and you're going to lose a lot of money. So that's why we're editing our placements. And what makes this an Instagram ad is us unselecting all of this. You're going to see the options that you have to advertise on Instagram. It should be 3 separate places. So the first one, you see Instagram feed. You see a little bit of what it looks like right there. What's important here is understanding our ratios, understanding what type of images we want to include. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video that we want to make sure that we have the appropriate images whenever we're advertising on Instagram. And this gives you a good feel on what that looks like. It gives you a brief demo or a preview of what it looks like. And then when you go to Instagram Explorer, you see for most feed placements, you see the square dimensions or ratios that you want to take in consideration, and then Instagram stories. I highly suggest whenever you're, and sorry, as I keep talking, I'm scrolling down. These are the 3 places that you can advertise on Instagram at the moment. The Instagram Explorer was added about 6 months ago, if I remember correctly, and know that just like Facebook, Instagram is going to start adding placements. I don't necessarily know where they're going to be or in their timeline, but they will continue adding placements. They want to continue growing their advertising base and other, let's say, widgets, other formats, other places where they can embed ads is very advantageous for them. That means there's more money involved. So at the moment, you're able to advertise in the Instagram feed, in the Instagram Explorer, and then Instagram Stories. So going over to their page, one quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Also, don't forget to enroll in my free courses linked down below. You're going to see more of the breakdown. You're going to see what an Instagram feed looks like and then what an Instagram Stories looks like. So you see they look different naturally, but check out how the ad copy is presented here, the words that you're going to be using, and then how they appear on Instagram Stories. And the whole swipe up to learn more, that's very evident right here. And this is the Instagram feed. In Instagram Stories, I want to show you and read to you the Instagram Explorer because it's relatively new. Explore is a discovery surface where Instagram sources content from across the platform based on a given person's interest. People can access Explore by clicking the magnifying glass icon on their Instagram homepage. So it's that little that search that people go to. Advertisers can also use Explore as a surface to deliver their ads. So that's essentially telling us the placements. And this is what this would look like. On the left, you're going to see the ad in Instagram Explorer feed. So this is what it's going to look like at the Explorer. And there's that magnifying glass that they were alluding to. And on the right, an ad in Instagram Explorer video. So you see the video, it's more vertical. So that's important to take note whenever you're advertising. And that's why I mentioned that whenever you're running ads, Make sure that you separate them from Facebook for sure, but even within the placements, you want to split test these, or you want to use different assets. You want to use different images on the Instagram feed because they're going to present different than your Instagram story. So by rule, whenever I'm running an Instagram ad, I don't select all three at once. I'm split testing within Instagram. So I'm having 3 ad sets created. So that means whenever I create an ad, I'm advertising on Instagram feed, and then I create another campaign with another ad set. Everything else the same. The only thing that's different is the placements. And then I select Instagram Explorer. Instagram Explorer hasn't really produced that many great results for me personally, but I would like to see and hear some success stories for me to start using it more. At this point, I only split test the 2 because of my past experience when it comes to Instagram Explorer. Again, if you're having success, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to reintroduce that into my split testing. Every once in a while I'll do it, but not all that often any longer. So staying true to form, I'm going to only use the Instagram feed and show you what that looks like from an ad creation standpoint. And we're going to scroll down. We for sure want to keep them on all mobile devices because it's a mobile app. All right, and then when you go to optimization for delivery, you can optimize for various things: landing page views, link clicks, daily unique reach, and impressions. What I highly suggest that you optimize for is landing page views. We'll deliver your ads to people who are more likely to click on your ads link, and here's the important part: load the website or instant experience. Instant experience is on the ad side. You'll see in a few seconds. Load the website is the important part here. If you're optimizing for link clicks, we'll deliver your ads to the people most likely to click on them. It doesn't necessarily say that they're going to upload our pages. You can click on the link and automatically bounce out. That's not what we want. We want the landing pages to actually fire. That's what we want to optimize for. All right, and when it comes to budget, we're only reaching 9,000 people. Well, just under 10,000 people to be fair. So we don't need all that much of a budget, but I do suggest that you start off with whatever you can to get going. And the general rule used to be for every 10,000 people, do $1. I don't necessarily abide by that rule any longer. Most of it because I'm running ads on the special ad category. And for me at this point, I would much rather find out if my ad copy is working rather than not. And the way that I accelerate my results is by using a higher budget. So in this example, $20, I can safely tell you is going to be overkill for 10,000 people reached. And it's going to saturate the audience rather quickly. So this $20 budget isn't really gonna last all that long when it comes to my audience. Or let me rephrase that: my audience isn't gonna last all that long when it comes to my budget. So I would get answers rather quickly here, but in moderation, we'll just go with $10. That's more than enough to cycle through this reach rather quickly and give me results if it's working or if it's not working. If I find out that I've spent $50 and still nothing, then there's an issue with the ad copy or something else that I might need to change. All right, the rest of it you're going to leave as is, and this is going to happen, let's say 99% of the time. You're going to get something like this because you excluded the rest of the placements that are available to you. If we were to click automatic placements, this would go away. Just know that this does happen. This will advise you, hey, you're probably not going to get anything. Don't worry about that. You'll be good. All right, and then when it comes to identity, you can use your Facebook page. You don't have to use your Instagram account. Select an Instagram account to represent your business in your Instagram ad. Instagram ad will use the Facebook page name and profile picture as well as details like the description and number of followers. To manage available Instagram accounts, contact your business manager admin. Although this doesn't say this, you don't have to select an Instagram ad. Instagram page. You don't have to do that. You can run your ads specifically or just through your Facebook page. A lot of people are under the understanding or the impression that you do need an Instagram page, which is not true. Do I encourage it? Absolutely, I do encourage it, but know that you don't have to. And the reason I encourage it is because it's going to look more organic. But that is completely up to you. Just know that you don't have to. For our purposes, I'm just going to leave it blank so you see that we are doing that without the Instagram page linked up to it. All right, and then you can run various types of campaigns. You can run a carousel campaign which has multiple images or multiple videos, or you can run a single image or video. And we're going to use the single image. All right, so ads with an instant experience aren't supported for Instagram placements when you optimize for a landing page view. To show your ad on Instagram, choose a different optimization or remove your instant experience. So what that means is whenever we went back here and we optimized for landing page views, it's restricting our ability to use the Instagram experience. We weren't going to use it anyway, but just know that that's what that's telling us. We were going to do a single image ad. So this, it's good to know, food for thought, but know that we don't need it. All right, and then we're going to add an image. As a reminder, I run mostly housing ads, but it doesn't mean that you only have to run those types of ads, of course. And given that this is one that I didn't select a special ad category, this would not run. If I hit confirm, it would get denied because it's gonna identify as a special ad. I just want to show you how to actually run one. Now when it comes to the text, then you would just put your ad copy here. You're gonna see it on the right hand side where it's gonna show up. And as a reminder, when it comes to Instagram ads, less is more. It just has proven out time and time again. So less is more when it comes to Instagram ads. I won't go beyond four lines when it comes to the ad copy because again, it performs better when you don't do that, when you don't oversaturate everything. You're gonna go down to here, second line, third line, and you see on the second line it's already asking for more. So that gives you a good understanding of the limitations when it comes to what people can actually visually see without having to click learn more. And then on the website thing, you're just gonna put your website. You're going to put your website or wherever you're driving traffic to. If you're driving your traffic to a coupon page, you're going to include the coupon page. If you're driving your traffic to a landing page, you're going to use the landing page. Very, very straightforward. Here, what I highly encourage you to do is have something to offer. Have a lead magnet. Have an ethical bribe. Have a reason for people to click on your ad and download whatever you're offering or claim the offer that you're offering, or give them a reason to either give you their name if you're in the service business and i.e. become a lead, or give you their money if you're selling a product. So a service or product-based ads are going to work fantastic with a traffic campaign. As a reminder, traffic campaign was selected up here, and here we selected the targeting, which is the Instagram ad, and then here we created the ad copy, the actual ad that people are going to see. The fundamental thing here is that you want to evoke that action. You want people to actually give you their contact information if you're getting leads, or give you their money if you're selling products, as mentioned a few seconds ago. So have something worth clicking on, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, and I stick to learn more most of the time in my ad copy, but look at all the calls to action. You can have no button at all if you want. So this button can go away right here. Or you can select something like download if you're offering a PDF, or if you're running a campaign for donations. Book now. So if you run, let's say, hair salon, nail salon, something like that, that's very valuable to you. Then you can add your own translations or automatically translate your ads to reach people in more languages. So you would add the language there and make sure that you have your tracking pixel going. So your Facebook pixel going does work on Instagram as well, meaning you can retarget the audience using this platform because all of your ads are being run through the ads manager on Facebook anyway. So that's a common misconception as well, thinking that you can't retarget on Instagram. That's false. You can, and you see it right here. So all you would need to do at that point is press confirm. Press confirm, and you run an Instagram ad. Well, this is how you create Instagram ads from start to finish. If you found value in this video, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.